Welcome back, everyone. Zarwing 7. A little late on the update, I suppose, but I wanted to take some time here just to readdress my strategy. It took a little bit of time after this big update came out just to assess what I'm doing and sort of try to reconfigure. I apologize for that, but there's been a few things, that have developed over the last week here since we've had the update. And yeah, I just want to cover some of these things. First things first, today is the day they finally did the airdrop for the Lion token. So everybody that participated in World Series 2 got airdropped to, I believe it's their DeFi wallet. At least that was the case for me. 1,600 Lion token. So again, congratulations to everybody that did make the top 1,000. That's not too bad of a little prize bonus, really. So that's an extra about $30 US. So, it's a nice little bonus above and beyond anything that you may have won from the actual competition, be it NFTs or any of the vouchers if you ranked high enough. All right. But yeah, speaking of competitions, if we scroll here, so we have the announcement for the new competition, which is coming up in a couple days. So it is starting this Friday, and we do have a prize pool of $10,000 of Grow. So not a bad starting prize pool. And then they also do add here that 70% of which of the diamond spend, right? So 100% normally gets added to prize pools. 70% of this spend is going to be added to this specific prize pool. In the past, it was typically like 30%, and then they were saving the other 70% for future prize pools. With this one, a good chunk of the diamond spend is going directly towards this prize pool. So we may see some of the people come out and spend. Again, not 100% sure, but for me, yes, I'll be fighting for some of these vouchers, but the opportunity to get some good tactical gear is always a big allure for myself, right? Hopefully get something like maybe one of the data pads or one of the EMP shells. I could go for another generator or something like that. So those types of gear that are high ranked, those are what you're sort of fighting for. Myself, I'm hoping to be able to get into the top 250 again. That's that prize pool where you get the extra NFTs. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into the top 50 unless something magical happens, but I'm going to shoot for at least around the top 100 to secure myself that top 250 prize pool, assuming they're all the same tiers that they had previously used in the past, which I can't see why they wouldn't use it. That being, top 1,000 to 501, they usually get one or two NFTs. Then 500 to 250, or 251, sorry, they get usually between two or three. And then the 250 to 51 are the next bracket, somewhere around four or five NFTs. Sometimes it's at the five end. And then the people in the 50s to 11, that is going to get you somewhere maybe six, seven NFTs. And then from there, 10 up to 1 sort of has a increasing amount of NFTs that they get. But yeah, so that's starting. It is going to be a week long, which is nice. I know we've had a couple 2 week long ones. We did have the 4 week and then a 2 week after that. So this will be the first 1 week one that we've done in quite a while, actually, probably since about last year around this time. So it'll be nice. It's a shorter blitz, and I do enjoy these. So good luck to everybody. That is starting Friday. Now, the other thing I do want to talk about is the wolf swap skin, and also in relation to the other skin, which came out with this update. So, this is the wolf swap skin. It looks pretty cool, to me at least, and this is going to be used on the banks. right? So if anybody's got a bank, that's what it's going to be applied to. You can take a quick look. I've got a couple banks here. One that I'm working on getting up to level currently. But this is the business that the skin's going to be applied to. So yeah, look forward to that. There's no discussion yet as to how it's going to be applied quite yet. There isn't an NFT collection that's being integrated, or at least that hasn't been announced to be integrated. So based on what my understanding is, chances are it's going to be just like the business skin for the Apex. It will probably be bought from the market. Now, if you haven't seen it quite yet, we'll go take a quick look at it right now. So under the skins here, you do find the Lion Holdings. I mean, it's a nice looking skin. Obviously, you can see I haven't purchased it yet. It does give you a 10% cash bonus to your Apex Tower. But for me, 500K vouchers, that's like $70 US. I'm not trying to knock it or anything, but personally, that's a little bit too expensive for myself, especially for such a marginal increase. And as you can see, I'm not even using my Apex Towers anymore. Like, they're providing like not even 1%. I guess maybe 2% of my gold right now. I could level them up to another level, but I'm sort of leaving them behind. They're support businesses at this point. And I'll get into my strategy in a little bit here. But yeah, ultimately, that's 500 Crow that they're looking to charge. So I'm thinking they're probably going to be pricing the Wolf Swap business skin maybe around 300K. That's my guess, since there isn't an NFT collection that's joining Main.city as of right now. So that's what we're looking at. It's a cool looking skin, that's for sure. And I am curious as to how much of the purchase price goes towards that project, right? So if we're purchasing it for 300K vouchers, are 100K of those vouchers, like 100 Crow, going back to Wolf Swap, or is it all for the project team? For me, if it's all towards the project team, that sounds cool. If it's all towards the Main.city developers, I don't understand why anybody would pay to get into Main.city, to have the developers develop a skin for you, to then not be able to benefit financially from those skin purchases. So there's got to be some aspect or some amount of the purchase price that goes back to the Wolf Swap team. So that's a little bit about the updates that we've had here. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the Blitz. It's going to be a long overdue, in my opinion. We haven't had a competition in a bit, so I'm looking forward to it. Now, in regards to the new updates, it'll be a lot, like, not significantly different, but it may change the way that you're going to approach it, especially now that we have the 7 regions. Okay, so now I guess to get into the bulk of what I want to talk about today, I guess, is my strategy and what I'm sort of working with at the moment. Again, my strategy is not 100% defined yet, and there are a lot better strategies out there depending on what your goal is overall, really when it comes to building your city. So ultimately, what I've been doing here is I'm still running with, for the most part, all of the same businesses. As you can see, these businesses really aren't contributing to my city. I just have them decorating and helping out with diamond boosting due to the business combo. But I am still running my uncommons, and I'm also running my museos. So, and I will be pushing, as you saw with that bank earlier, I am leveling it up, and it is going to go to 252. It just isn't there quite yet. But it'll be contributing to my city eventually overall. Now, I have taken a little bit of a different approach, and I've brought up enough enough common businesses to meet their own prestige requirement, right? So I actually am able to push to 254 with these businesses because I have enough of the gyms, the diners, and the cool cats to meet prestige requirements on their own. So I did a little bit of experimenting just to see if it was worth it at all. Ultimately, I mean, it takes away the rush to bring up all of these businesses to have them already prestiged up, a couple prestiges above your working level with your main businesses. But they'll never, at my rank at least, or level here for prestige, they're not going to contribute to my city's income at all. They are solely there to meet prestige requirements. Let's actually go back to, because I did quite a bit of experimenting. Like I said, I took my time here. I tried to figure out what best to do, so I could help you guys out. I even made a quality 5. This quality 5, as you can see, really doesn't do much in comparison. Like, I took the time and even leveled it up one by one, and it's, nowhere near this, which is 2 behind it, right? So to me, it's really, there's no point in increasing the quality on any of these businesses that are the common ones. But I do find some advantage, like if you look at it, actually, let's take a quick look here for this 254. I mean, to bring it up to full, ready to go, it's really not that expensive. Like, that's 200 levels, and really that is not even the cost of that's going to get me 5 levels, not even like that'll get me 2 levels on this museo. So to finish this off and prestige it up, it really doesn't cost a lot, and I can get this to 255 if I really wanted to. I just have to go through and level up the rest of my cool cats and everything. But I don't really suggest this. It didn't seem to really affect my city too much. So what I ended up doing then is I have switched over and I've started focusing more on the quality of my bigger businesses. So I do have a uncommon of each. I've sort of left. I originally was planning on having 2 uncommons of every, so 2 main, 2 bazaars, 2 Pride Records, and 2 LL Sports. I still run the 2 LL Sports, but I've sort of left behind the other bazaar and the other Pride Records, primarily just to be able to do some of the bonuses, especially the daily quests, right? So I really am focusing now on my museums, right? So the Museo de Leon, and I want to just give you guys a quick example here. So I did take this and I brought up the Museo de Leon to the same level, and I have a 1-star, a 2-star, and a 3-star. So this is going to give you guys a good example of what I mean by increasing quality to be able to really maximize your profits, your gold cash generation. So you can see this one's at 57.24, okay? This is our baseline that we're going to look at. All of them were done in the same manner, right? So the same manner being 1x all the way up to 420, right? So 57. Then if we're going to go check out the next one, we'll flip over to my Stygian Storm. And we're now up to 72, right? So that was basically a over 25% increase, really, in the income that you're generating by increasing your quality up just by 1 star. Now, I also have the 3-star, so we'll switch over. And the reason why I have these ones on my Lucent and my Stygian is because within that update, they changed these to have that 15% cash bonus opposed to no land combo cash bonus. So I've put these 2 better businesses on my land there. I mean, I could switch over and bring my other one over onto this land too, but I am sort of trying to capitalize on a bit of the diamond gen stuff. But again, I'm probably going to play around and move some of my stuff around a lot more to maximize the usage of my primordials now. And then this is my quality 3. right? So we had 57, 72, and then if we take a look at this one, it's 96. So that is basically 69% better than my quality 1. And it's also, I believe it was like 30, 35% better than my quality 2. All right, we're getting an extra 24 CB per second out of this, right? Which is pretty significant when you think about it, because that's basically half, almost half of what my other Q1 is generating. So this is really the power of the quality, is to be able to really push this a lot higher. And that comes from the increased ranges, right? So this is 355 on the 1X. If we go back, take a look at the Stygian Storm. So 355 compared to 248, right? And then if we go back to the 1 star, looking at 177, right? So you can see that that upper end cash generation roll for your RNG rolls on leveling up is a significantly higher amount, basically double, which is why you're looking at like a 60 to 70% increase in your cash generation from a Q1 to a Q3. Now, if you can get this higher, personally, I don't have enough museos to really have the risk tolerance to even attempt bringing up my Q3 to something like a Q5. But if you were to do something like that, you're going to see even better results. Something maybe that it would be generating on par with a business like this. So yeah, that's sort of a little bit about my strategy. Now again, I am sort of working off of the basis that, you know, I'll level up my Q6 first. So I'll level up this LL Sport, get it up to basically 100x away. You can see how much lower it is compared to even just the Q1 Museo. So you can see how much this declines and is not as powerful as the epics. So your uncommons, when you get up to the higher prestiges, definitely drop off, even though this is a fairly high quality business. So I still do push with this. It's a little bit cheaper to level up and can get me into that next cash bracket a little bit faster. And then I start working on my museos after I do all of my uncommons. All right, so I got another uncommon over here. Another Q5 actually, Pride Records. So again, you can see it's a little bit less with that one less quality star. And then over here, another one quality less for a business, which is this Bazaar here, and it's even lower by another 10, right? So that's where these qualities really do help out quite a bit. So, you know, with new players coming in and they're getting a significant amount of blueprints, you know, I don't really suggest selling your duplicates. Probably it would be better to consider merging them, especially because later on when you get to this prestige, you're going to start slowing down significantly, and you're going to require those extra businesses that you're going to probably have to buy off the market now to be able to increase the quality on your businesses. Now, speaking of market, this is the other tactic I want to talk about. So again, for myself, I'm developing a city here based for aesthetics. I like to have a variety of businesses. But that again now is no longer the meta with the change that they did with this new update, the economic balancing act that they had done. They once again made it irrelevant to have a variety of businesses, and really your best bet is to stick with a very, very lean city. You know, have a couple, 2, maybe 3 high quality dens and Leos, you know, quality 3, quality 4 if you can get them. But ultimately, that's what you're looking at, just to run those and maybe a museo, right? For that extra, when you get to the higher levels, having that extra little oomph from the Museo de Leon. So if you can get like a quality 3 like I was showing, they can produce quite well. So what people have been doing, and I mean, it's the best way if your goal is solely to climb the leaderboard. Your best bet, and if you're willing to spend some vouchers or some crow and convert them to vouchers, is to come onto the market, Now, it's going to depend on where your level's at. So if you're starting out and you're like prestige 20, right, look for something around prestige like 110, something like that, right? They're probably dirt cheap, really. You don't want to get commons, right? These commons aren't going to help you out as well as you might think they will, because they really don't produce any gold at those levels compared to something like an epic or the rares. So what you want to do is sort of look for something in a fairly achievable for your diamond gen to basically power level to. See, like this 151 right here for 75 crow, already maxed out. Like, you buy one of these, if you can get 2 of them, maybe 3 of them for pretty cheap, then essentially what you're doing, right? Or even this, like, it's a little pricey in my opinion. You could probably find something for a bit cheaper. I mean, like, out of the 2, like, you'd be going for this 100%. So essentially that's what I'm suggesting, right? Is like you look for something that's a little bit above your level, and then you're just going to power level to it, right? So you're just going to run cool cats, basically all the cool cats you can get. No point in merging them at all. Doesn't matter if they're Q1s, Q7s, doesn't really matter at all, because they're not going to be giving you any gold. All they're doing is allowing you to meet the next prestige requirement so that this business can slowly catch back up to what prestige it is. And then once you catch up, then you're going to have to start reorganizing and thinking a little bit more strategic about what you're doing. Or again, just go and purchase something a little bit higher up, right? Then you're going to go look for those P280s, 89s, whatever, right? And then you're going to finish off your final ascent up the leaderboard and catch up and get into Division 1. Once you're in Division 1, that's when things are going to get a little bit more expensive, especially because the people there are very select, right? It's not a large group of people. There's only about 70, 75 of them at the moment, so there's not as many businesses to go around. But essentially that's the game, right? Like, buy a high-level business and get a couple of them so that the gold generation's coming in, just boost them, and then power level to it, right? And just keep focusing on leveling up cool cats. And that's the best way, really, if you're looking to get to a high rank on the leaderboard. For myself, like I said, I'm already fairly close to getting to 289, so I'm not going to bother with it. I mean, if I find one for like under 200, maybe I'll buy 1 or 2 just to help out, because like I said, I can push with these cool cats and get some significant gold generation out of them, and then be able to pull up the rest of these businesses and sort of play that game. But for me, I'm just going to take it slow. I mean, I'm going to start probably dropping leaderboard ranks pretty quickly soon, right? I am around 99, 98 right now, which isn't too bad, but eventually I am probably going to be overtaken by people that are using that strategy and just power leveling to get to Division 1. All right, and we can take a quick look here as well. Might as well capture it just to see who is at Division 1 and who's not. Or at least a line, right? That's what we're looking for, is that line of like how many. So there's Vigorous. He did this technique to get up to this point. So that's where we're looking at. So there's not even 75 people in Division 1 quite yet. All right. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Good luck in the competition that's coming up. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll probably do a little debrief on what I'm doing during the competition, just to give you guys an idea of my gameplay style. I don't mind sharing. So yeah, look forward to that, and hopefully DJ Oracle and I can get together coming up soon and be able to produce another little podcast just to talk about everything that's going on and all the exciting stuff that's happened over the last little bit here since the last time we did a podcast. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.